Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of Christ Central Virtual Day Camp Week 2. We are here at Trust Terminal, and we have another great melodrama for you this week with the lovely college interns and high school interns that are present. We have Miss Rachel. I'm Miss Rebeka. We have Mr. Spencer. We have Miss Shanti. And we have Mr. Michael down there. So let's get ready to listen to a great story. This story is the story of Daniel and the Lion's Den, called Dances with Lions. All right. Many, many moons ago, Big Chief Davies appointed 3 warriors to help oversee tribal matters for the entire Persian nation. Cut Cheese, whose Indian name means man who makes disgusting smells. Shamu, whose Indian name means man who thinks he is a large sea mammal. And Daniel, who had no Indian name because he was from the tribe of Judah. Shamu and Cut Cheese were jealous of Daniel because Chief liked Daniel very much. He was respected by all the people, even though his name didn't mean anything cool like Shamu and Cut Cheese over there. Shamu and Cut Cheese began to plot and scheme behind Daniel's back. They're plotting and scheming, guys. They wanted to turn Big Chief Davies against Daniel, but they knew it'd be difficult since Daniel was a faithful man. After huddling for a moment, they gave each other a special secret Indian handshake. Okay, and then they let out a loud war whoop that terrified the other Indians in the camp.
Whoop!
Come on, Shamu, I need to hear your war whoop. It's all right. And for just a few brief moments, they danced We're Gonna Nail Daniel dance.
We're gonna kick Daniel for sure.
Yeah, we will.
All right. That very night, Shamu and Cut Cheese went to Big Chief Davies. It was clear from the expressions on their faces that they were on the warpath. As they entered the teepee of Big Chief Davies, he was busily weaving baskets and working on other Indian handicrafts. As he worked, he whistled the melody of 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. It's a very silent whistling, guys. I promise he's actually singing, whistling something. We just can't hear him. Shamu and Cut Cheese fell at the feet of their chief and together shouted, "Oh, Big Chief Davies, may you live forever."
Oh, Big Chief Davies, may you live forever.
I don't see you falling at the feet of Chief Davies, Shamu and Cut Cheese. Bow. Come on, kids. Bow down with them. They don't know how to do it. There we go. All right. They also shouted, "We have an idea for you."
We have an idea for you.
You see, they wanted Chief Davies to make a new law that forbade any person from praying to any god or man, except to Big Chief Davies. Furthermore, if a person did pray to any god or man except the chief within the next 30 days, that person would be thrown into the den of lions. Right? Rawr, rawr, lions. Can you pretend to be a lion, kid? Rawr. That was kind of crappy. Let's try that again. Never mind, I'm not going to try that again. All right. Big Chief Davies nodded thoughtfully for a moment, scratched the stubble of his beard, nodded some more, scratched some more, nodded some more, and then dozed off. When he awoke a moment later, he said, "How?"
How?
Shamu and Cut Cheese looked at each other, then replied in unison, "We just told you how, Kimosabi." Yeah, there we go. "We just told you how, Kimosabi."
We just told you how, Kimosabi.
Meanwhile, back in his teepee, where's Daniel's teepee? Daniel's teepee. Yeah. Daniel's teepee.
All right.
Teepee. Become a teepee, kids. Yeah. So back in Daniel's teepee, and Daniel's down there, Daniel was practicing some animal calls to use with his next hunting party. First, he did a bird call.
Oh God.
Daniel, are you going to try a bird call? Oh, no,
I'm trying.
Is that trying?
Yeah,
Then he did the call of. Then he did the call of the buffalo.
I don't even know what call to use for that.
I don't know what a buffalo. Do you kids at home know what a buffalo sounds like? I don't know what a buffalo sounds like. Then a duck call. We can do that one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then, just in case the hunting party got lucky, the call of an elephant.
I don't know what to do with that one.
Well.
Come on, kids. Let's pretend the elephant.
Come on, help me out here.
Okay. And then his favorite, just in case the hunting party got unlucky, the call for help.
Help!
At that moment, a messenger ran into Daniel's teepee with the news of the chief's edict. Daniel read the new law, and you could see on his face that he was confused. Daniel's pretty confused, guys. And then he was surprised, and then he was angry, and then just worried. What's an edict, he asked.
What's an edict?
The messenger told him, and then, bless you. And then Daniel realized that the chief had outlawed prayer, at least prayer to the one true God. So Daniel decided to do yet another one of his favorite calls. He knelt out in front of the door of his teepee where everyone could see him, and he called on the name of the Lord.
Whoa.
Oh no, Daniel froze,
You
guys.
froze.
All right, let's pray to God. Everyone get on your knees and we can pray to God. So as Daniel's doing that, I'm sure. And every day, 3 times a day, Daniel continued his habit of praying right out in front of his teepee where all could see him. So he's praying where everyone can see him, guys. Pretty cool. It wasn't long before, excuse me. That wasn't very ladylike. It wasn't long before word of Daniel's disobedience reached Chief Darius. The chief was majorly saddened. In fact, he became delirious with grief and began to ramble incoherently in his native Indian language.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. No.
Wow, that Indian language sounds a lot like the word no. Isn't that cool, kids? Isn't that cool, kids? All right, well, anyways, as he's mumbling over there and whatever, that's the Indian language of no. You could tell Chief Darius loved Daniel very much. But Shamu and Cut Cheese reminded him of the law he had made. Both of them grabbed one of Darius's hands as best they can and said, "Oh, Chief, may you live forever."
Oh, Chief, may you live forever.
Shamu, I can't hear you.
Oh, that's me. Oh,
Shamu. Oh, and Chief, may you not even doze off.
Chief, may you not even doze off.
Don't forget the law you made.
Don't forget the law you made.
Daniel must go to the lion's den.
Daniel must go to the lion's den.
Wow, Cut Cheese is really outspoken, guys, isn't he? Anyways, the chief frowned a deep frown. He knew that if he backed down now, people would be thinking he'd be lying. So, he didn't want to do it. And he hoped against hope that Daniel's God would save him. But Big Chief Darius had no choice but to throw Daniel into the den of lions. See how loud that den of lions is. Roar! Roar! Anyone want to help me out? My roar is very pitiful. That's better. Yeah, there we go.
Jeez, I wouldn't want to go in there.
Darius wept bitterly as he pushed Daniel inside the den. Then the chief dozed off again. It was a long night for the chief. He tossed and turned in his royal teepee. He snored loudly.
Oh God.
Hey, Chief, I can't hear you. Where's that loud snore?
I can't snore.
Ah!
Then he snored softly, which is more like what he was just doing. And then he whimpered like a baby and snored some more.
Can't snore.
Yeah. In the den of lions, meanwhile, Daniel faced 2 hungry lions licking their chops and pacing around him. Me hungry lion. First, Daniel used sign language to try to convince them that they weren't really hungry. And besides, he wouldn't taste good. How's your sign language, Daniel? Oh no, guys, Daniel's frozen again. Show me your sign language. How would you communicate to the lions that you don't want to be eaten?
Boy, tired of this.
All right. Then what did Daniel do? Then Daniel tried communicating to the lions in their own language and roared his friendliness at them. Let me hear your roar, Daniel.
Roll.
They still paced around him, licking their chops.
Yeesh.
Yummy, man.
Yes. Oh, this is going nowhere.
Daniel asked them, have you guys ever heard of the Chronicles of Narnia?
Have you guys ever heard of the Chronicles of Narnia?
Daniel also said, it's a really cool story about this very, very kind lion named Aslan.
It's a very cool story about this very kind lion. What's
Aslan.
Aslan? There it is.
Have you seen the Chronicles of Narnia, kids? I wonder if Michael has, since he didn't remember the name.
I did a while ago.
It's okay, I'm messing with you. But nothing worked, guys. Nothing worked. Not even talking about Aslan. The lions still circled him, and they were drooling by now. Tongue panting and everything. In desperation, Daniel tried his bird call, his buffalo call, and his elephant call. He tried all the calls he had.
I only have one. It's a duck call. Did I try that too?
Do the duck call.
Yes.
Do the duck call, Daniel. The only response he got from the lions were growls and mean looks. So he finally did the only other call he knew, his Lord call. He knelt on his knees and asked God to save him. All right, everybody, back to kneeling. Pray to God. Pray to God like Daniel. Big Chief Darius hurried to the den the next morning, and he couldn't believe his eyes. The lions were sitting quietly around Daniel, and 3 of them were playing rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We won.
No.
The chief was so overjoyed, he gave Daniel a high five. And he gave both lions a high paw. High paw. Woo, woo. And not even one wound was found on Daniel because he trusted in his God. Our God, guys. Shamu and Kutchis, however, for their betrayal, Darius threw them both into the den of lions. Immediately, the lions jumped on top of the men and began breaking their bones and growling mean things to them in lion language. I pretend to be the lions. Let's go after Shamu and Kutchis. Shamu and Kutchis tried to yell for help. Shamu even began making what sounded like whale noises. But it wasn't long before the lions den turned into the lions' rumpus room, and then the lions' kitchen. Yum, yum. Big Chief Darius was so amazed that Daniel's God had kept him safe that he gave Daniel a new Indian name, Dances with Lions. And the chief issued a decree to the whole Persian nation. Daniel's God is the Lord.
Daniel's God is the Lord.
Let everyone worship him.
Let everyone worship him.
The end. Yay, actors, come back. Thank you guys so much for your lovely performances. And guys, remember from that story that trusting in God is I mean, look at what happened to Daniel. It was so beautiful. He saved him from the lion's den. So trusting is God. Trusting in God is what we need to do, especially during a time like this. So thank you so much for joining in with us, and we'll see you guys in the next melodrama. Bye, guys.